Hello students, we will be starting a new topic, new chapter, and that is stars and the solar system. Now this topic is very interesting, because lots of question marks are still there. Nobody still has got a total knowledge of universe, solar system, and it's quite interesting to know about all this. And so whenever this topic come across, there are many things which come across the eyes. Maybe what may be there on the surface of the Mars, how does it looks, can we be able to go in on any of the other planet, and lot many questions comes in mind. So let's talk about this, let's begin the topic, let's begin the chapter. So the stars and the solar system. If we look at night, if we look at the sky at night, so what do we see? We see many objects, some are twinkling, some are bright, some are shining, we see moon. That means many things, many objects are there in the sky, in the night sky, which we can see. They are there in the day sky also, but it's not visible because of the glare of the sun, definitely. And so especially I am saying that when we look at the night sky, we see many beautiful things. It's not possible for us to imagine or to assume about the distance, that these stars are at what distance. But the nearest body which is nearest heavenly body which is present, or the body which is very near to Earth, is just the moon. So let's talk more about this. Now all these the stars and the planets, all these are the part of the universe. All these are the part of the universe. But what is universe? How can we define universe? So first of all, we'll talk about universe. It is the vast space. It is the vast space, and all the stars, the planets, the satellites are the part of the universe. So all planets, stars, and satellites are the part of the universe. All these are the part of the universe. So what is universe? It is the vast space, and all the stars, the planets, the satellites, all these are the part of the universe. Now all these, the satellites, the planets and stars, all these are known as celestial bodies. What these are known as? The stars, satellites, planets are known as celestial bodies. All these are known as celestial bodies. So till now we have discussed two things, that universe is a vast space, and all these things like the stars, the planets, the satellites, all these are known as celestial bodies. Now we'll talk something about the galaxy, what exactly the galaxy is. So how can we define galaxy? So what is galaxy? This is the vast, we can say the vast group of stars can be known as galaxy. So how can we define galaxy? How can we define galaxy? The vast collection of stars, and along with the stars, the dust and the gases, all these are held together actually, you know. Why? Because of the gravitational pull among themselves. So all these are known as, all this comes under the group of the galaxy. So what is galaxy, children? The vast collection of stars along with dust and gases which are held together due to gravitational force. Which are held together due to gravitational force. So what is galaxy, children? The vast collection of the stars, and between these bodies lots of gases are there, dust is there, and all these bodies are moving in a fixed orbit, like not stars, but you know, many bodies are there which are moving in a fixed orbit. So why this is there? Because of the gravitational force. Now we will talk more about that afterwards, but now here when we discuss about the galaxy can be divided according to their shapes. The galaxy can be divided according to their shape. So few galaxies are known as regular galaxies, and few are irregular galaxies. Now first of all, when we talk about irregular galaxies, children, as the name is itself is suggesting that irregular. So these galaxies do not have any kind of fixed shape and size. So has no fixed shape and size. Now this regular galaxy can again be divided into two. This one is elliptical and spiral galaxy. Now in the elliptical galaxy, elliptical galaxy contains or has got all the old big massive stars are there. All this comes under the category of the elliptical galaxy. These has got massive stars, big bodies are there, big stars are there, very old, So old stars comes under this category, and these are very massive, are very big, very massive. So this comes under the elliptical galaxy. Now when we talk about the spiral galaxy, actually these are, this is a spiral, I have written spiral again. So this one is what? Flat disc like galaxy. I will just erase this one small word over here because I have written spiral twice. So this spiral galaxy is actually flat shaped, children, and it appears like disc shaped. So spiral galaxy is it is flat and it appears it has got disc shaped structure. Our galaxy Milky Way comes under this Milky Way, which is also known as Akash Ganga. So Akash Ganga comes under this category. So what we are talking about, first of all we have discussed that we can see lot many things in the stars. We can see in the sky, we can see stars, we can see some objects which are not twinkling, and different things are there in the sky. Now all this is present in the universe. All this is all these are the part of the universe. And the stars, the satellites, the planets, all these are the part, like all these are known as celestial bodies. Now after this we have discussed about the galaxy. The collection of the stars are known as what? The galaxy. Now on the basis of the shape of the galaxy can be divided into the parts. So according to the shape, regular galaxy and irregular galaxy. The name itself is suggesting irregular means it doesn't has any kind of fixed shape or size. So irregular galaxy do not have any kind of fixed shape or size, and that is the reason they are known as irregular galaxies. Now when we talk about regular galaxy can be divided into two: elliptical shape and the spiral shape. So elliptical are the one which has all the old stars comes under this category, and these are massive, very big. And spirals is ours. It looks flat, it has got disc shaped structure, and our galaxy, which is Milky Way, or we say Akash Ganga in Hindi, it comes under this category, spiral galaxy. So this is about the universe, the celestial body and the galaxy. Now we will talk about the next topic. Please note this. So just now we have discussed that the universe is very big, it is very vast. Just imagine the size of the universe. If I say that the earth is just a minute speck of the universe, it is just a minute speck of the universe, just a minute part of the universe. So by that only you can understand the size of the universe. There is just not only one sun in the universe. There are many sun in the universe. What is sun actually? Sun is a star. So there are many stars and they are bigger than the sun also, our sun. But the thing is that they are very far from us. They are very, very far from us. So one thing which we need to understand is the universe is very vast. In this universe, our existence, just forget about our existence, because the position of the earth is only, just now I said it is very minute, like a minute speck. So it's very, very big, and in between all these celestial bodies, what is there? Certain particles are there, dust is there, gases are there. So this is how universe is, having millions and trillions of stars, having different galaxies, having lot of different, we know only limited thing. We know that there are certain planets, we know that there are these planets which we name them. Apart from that also there are many things which we do not know. So let's talk about first of all what we know. So first of all we'll talk about the solar system, or what is solar system. So first of all we'll talk about solar system. When we talk about solar system, children, the sun is the head of the solar system. The sun is the head of the solar system. So sun is head. Sun is head of the solar system. Now along with the sun, what all are there? So there are 8 planets. There are 8 planets. Now we'll talk about Pluto also after some time. But at present we know that there are 8 planets, and what are the name of the 8 planets? If we talk about the distance wise from the sun. So I remember one sentence which we used to read in our when I used to be in classes like 8th and 9th. So our teacher taught us one sentence that my very elegant mother just served us noodles. So this is the way just to keep the names, names of the planets in our mind according to the distance with the sun. So sun, definitely it is a big star, and the other planets are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So these all I am writing according to the distance from the sun. Now Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. So when we talk about the solar system, we know that we have got 8 planets. Sun is the head of the solar family or solar system. Now apart from these, what else are there? Now this, when I have written over here, I am saying this sequence is in the increasing order from like according to the distance. Now this here is the sun. So this planets are arranged according to the increasing order. The nearest one is the Mercury, then Venus, then comes the number of our planet, that is Earth, then Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. So these are the 8 planets, and the nearest to the farthest one we all can understand. Now out of this, the first four planets are nearer to the sun. The first 4 planets are nearer to the sun, and they comes under the category of the inner planets. We should say that these comes under the category of the inner planets. And last four planets comes under the category of outer planets. So the first 4 planets comes under the category of what? Inner planets, and the last 4 comes under the category of the outer planets. Now along with this, what all is there? There are asteroids, there are meteors, meteoroids. Now what else is there? Now I am saying that asteroids are there, meteors are there and meteorites are there. I have written wrong spelling over here. So all these and many other celestial bodies are there. So all these comes under the category of the solar system. All these are the part of our solar system. Now we will talk about this in detail, like one planet we will be discussing. So now out of these 8 planets, out of all these 8 planets which I have written over here, so out of these 8 planets, even the actually the first 5 are the visible one which we can see. These 5 planets are visible. Don't talk about the Earth, but the other 4 are visible, which we can see without using telescope, which we can see from our naked eyes only. So here what we are discussing about the solar system. Now the sun is the head of the solar system. We have got 8 planets, and the sentence, "My very elegant mother just served us noodles," is a way to keep the names in our mind according to the distance from the sun. We think many a time that we are learning about these planets right from the first standard, so it's not a big deal. But sometimes it happens that one odd planet goes out of our mind. So, by remembering that sentence, we can keep all these planets in our mind according to the distance from the sun. This one is the nearest one, and then likewise the distance is increasing. The first 4 planets comes under the category of the inner planets, and the last 4 comes under the category of the outer planets. What is the meaning of this inner planet? That means these are nearer to the sun. These are nearer to the sun. But the other 4 are very, very far away from the sun. That means the distance has increased. Now, out of these 8 planets, we can see the 5 planets without using telescope. And along with these planets, what else comes under the category of solar system? What comes under the solar system is asteroids, meteors, meteoroids. All these comes under the category, or like not category I should say, but all these comes under solar system. So let's talk about like more about this only. We'll talk about now planets. I've written over solar system. All these are also planet, but part of solar system. Now children, planets do not twinkle. The planets do not twinkle. They do not twinkle. And even they do not have their own light. They do not have their own light. So they don't twinkle, even don't have their light. Don't have their own light. They do not have their own light, and definitely they won't twinkle. They don't have light only. Now, apart from this, children, the planets, they move in a definite path. They move in a definite path around the sun. All the planets move in a definite path around the sun, and that path is known as orbit. So we'll talk about orbit now. What is orbit? All planets moves around sun in a definite path which is known as orbit. Now I won't discuss much upon this 2 terms now, rotation and revolution. Rotation and revolution. This we are studying right from first standard, I think so. What is rotation? Earth has got, or I should say planets move around its own axis. Planets moves around their own axis, which is known as rotation. So I will not explain also much, because we all know what is rotation and revolution. At 8th standard, every child knows what is rotation and revolution. So motion of Earth on its own axis, and it takes 24 days to complete this. I will not write this 24 days because all the planets has their own period of rotation. So I should write the time taken for a planet to complete its rotation is known as period of rotation. I don't have white chalk in my hand. So the time taken by planets to complete one rotation I'll have to rub this. So the time taken by planets to complete one rotation is called as period of rotation. Period of rotation. We all know what is rotation. The movement of this I have just written for the Earth. Motion of Earth on its own axis. So motion of planet on their own axis is rotation. Now the time taken by the planets to complete one rotation is known as period of rotation, and it is different for all the planets. Why children it is different for all the planets? See, because this is Sun and they will be revolving like this, and they will be rotating like this on their own position. So it depends upon the orbit. You know, when it comes to Mercury, the orbit will be smaller, and when it comes to Mars, the orbit will be longer. So they will have to cover more distance, and so even for the rotation and revolution, the period is different. So similarly, we will talk about revolution also. So the motion, the Earth moves around the Sun in its fixed orbit. In its fixed orbit. This is revolution. So again, all the planets move around the Sun in their fixed orbit, and that is revolution. So what is rotation? I have written the definition in related to Earth. Motion of Earth on its own axis. That means when the planets moves on their own axis, then it is rotation. And period, the time taken to complete one rotation is known as period of rotation. And what is revolution? Earth moves around the Sun, yes, in a particular fixed orbit, that is known as revolution, and the time taken to complete one revolution for any planet is known as the time taken or the period of revolution. So the time taken to complete one revolution is called as period of revolution. And definitely it will differ for all the planets. So here we have discussed a few things about the solar system. That solar system consists of the Sun, which is the head of the solar family. It consists of the 8 planets. The first 4 comes in the inner planet zone, and the next 4 comes in the outer. First 5 are visible, which can be seen by the naked eyes without the use of telescope. The others can be seen with the help of the telescope. Now along with this, some other bodies are also there which comes under the solar system. Now here orbit is what? Path on which the planets move around the Sun. A fixed path is orbit. Planets do not twinkle, planets do not shine. Then what actually happens? Actually the sun rays which comes on the surface of the planet is reflected. The sun rays which comes on the planet, it is reflected, because that's it. Or else they don't have their own shine, they don't have their own light. Now how these all are moving in a fixed orbit? How all these are moving in the fixed orbit? So it is all possible due to the gravitational force of the Sun. Due to the strong gravitational force of the Sun, all the orbits, all the planets are moving in a fixed orbit around the Sun. Now we will talk more about this, but before that I'll have to clean, I'll have to dust the board. So please note this point, and so that we can discuss the next one.